Hey everyone, how are you doing? Just me, Mr. T. I'm going to be going through a few things with you. So, if we take a look at week 6, May 5th through May 8th, you were asked to complete a couple of AP review videos, a couple of homework problems. Hopefully, you have the solutions to those homework problems. If you missed that for video review number 19, I have put the link for those solutions, which is actually from the next video in there. You're just going to want to take a look at the first 12 and a half minutes of the video. It goes through all that stuff with you. Should be in good shape. Got that taken care of. Then I'm going to need you to turn that in to week 6. Week 6 turn in right there. That will be the last thing that you need to turn into me to submit to me before the exam next Thursday. So next Thursday is your AP chemistry exam. Some of you may have some before that next week. Some of you may have some others after that. I don't know. Whatever the case is, though, good luck on all of them. Prepare. You have prepared. You are ready. You are getting there at least. You are almost there in some cases, but you will be. So in order to, even though that's the last submission I'm going to have you turn in prior to the exam, for those of you taking the exam, which is the majority of you, I would like you to get into the test preparation page and take care of a couple of things. Now, I might have something after the exam for us to take care of, but let's not worry about that right now. Okay, so even if you're not taking the exam, don't go away forever. All right, I'm going to probably still reach out to you, and you're on all my communications, so you're stuck with me. But either way, you got the test preparation page here. You're going to want to read through that. I'm just going to highlight a couple of things there for you. Number one, you should have went through all of my web links that I have sent you in previous emails. A lot of information there, I know. And I'm sorry if I doubled up on anything, but I am being given information every other day, and I want to make sure that I am getting everything to you, and I'm trying to sift through it so I don't double up, but if I do, sorry. Either way, you're going to want to make sure, if you haven't already, that you are ready to go for test day as far as equipment goes, as far as materials go. I believe that you've been given a list of all those things, so that should not be an issue. I haven't heard from anybody anyways. But if it is, gotta get a hold of me. Let's get this figured out quick. You don't want to get to test day next week and find that you can't log into something, or something isn't working, or something like that. You got enough problems with the tackling the exam. You don't need the rest of that. So you should be in good shape by now with that, I hope. Either way, get a hold of me if you need to. Here are some things that you may want to know about exam day. It has like a checklist for every single exam that's out there, things that you will need. Just, like for our exam, it's a periodic table, the equations sheet, calculator, might be a couple of other things there, right? Check it out. Either way, here is the gist of what I want you to do, the main idea of my message here. You got a couple of different options. Okay, you got the exam reviews, number 1 through 4, or you've got the timed AP practice sessions. Okay, timed AP exam practice. Okay, excuse me. It's totally up to you what you do, how much of these things you do. I'm not keeping track of that. That's completely up to you. At this point, you are driving your own car, so to speak. All right. So you are determining what you need to do to get ready. The exam reviews are questions, FRQs from previous AP chemistry exams that our presenters, whom you're familiar with at this point, give to you. They'll just give you the question, say, hey, take a screenshot, or pause this, write this down, solve it. And once you're done, you turn the video back on. They go through how they would solve it. The good thing about those are that they are based, of course, off of previous exams, and therefore there is a specific way in which the College Board corrected that and gave credit for certain things. And I believe that they do go through those rationales with you. So that's kind of a neat thing there. You can expect 2 to 3, I believe, questions, complete FRQ questions per session there. So that's something to think about. You're going to find those pretty similar to what you've been asked to do for some of the homework stuff, right? Probably a little longer though. Okay, so you got that. The timed AP exam practice number 1 and number 2 down here. Okay, those are going to be set up in such a way that they will probably mimic this year's test more than the other questions. Okay, and what I mean by mimic, we're talking about the length of the questions, and also you're going to have a timer right in front of you on those practice sessions. Okay, Mr. Faribaugh, I believe, is the one who hosts both of those, and he will go through a few things prior to you getting the question and prior to hitting the timer and all that stuff. Okay. The thing with these two, the practice, are that you will need to access those questions from a separate website. It's a Google Doc somewhere. Type in the URL that is there. It's a lot better than me trying to write it down there. It didn't link out upright, so just write it down, open it up. Now you get your questions there. Okay. So whether you choose to have them open and write them down or copy them and whatever, that's up to you. But you're probably going to want your own paper or own document to type on to answer those questions. That's a pretty important thing that he will point out to you. Either way, he's going to time them. He's going to treat it just like the test. The timer never stops. And he's going to say, hey, now you got this done. Now you got to turn it in. Well, you're not going to turn it into AP or College Board. He does ask that you turn it into him because he's going to look at over some answers. You don't need to do that. That was just for the live session so he could look things over that day because he's going to use some of those real responses in the answers portion or the answers presentation, which you will see in where it says answers timed AP practice number 1 and number 2. Okay. And so that's a very interesting thing, I think, in that when you open up the answers link, and these all take about an hour. Okay. There's no shortcut on that, but you get into the answers link and Faribaugh will show you what are some good ways of presenting things and which are not some good ways as far as how you want to write, what you want to write perhaps. But he goes through specific answers that he, of course, has come up with, but then shows answers that were sent in to him from the previous 24 hours that are either really good or not so good or missing things. I have misconceptions in them, were too vague, weren't readable. He also shows how you can type things in and it will be okay, or how you can write things and it will be okay. I think very informative. So at least check out one of those, I guess, would be my best advice to you. But again, like I said before, if it were up to me, I would probably just do the time practice and go from there. That's just seems to fit what I would consider my preparation style better than the other way. Either way, get something done there and you should be in good shape. If you have any questions, come talk to me, come see me, whatever the case may be. You do not have to turn in anything from this because we're going to be all over the board is what my guess is, and you got enough things to worry about. So I'm not too concerned about that. Last thing here that you may want to hit this link at some point. It's just open book tips. It's given by the College Board. I believe I've already sent something out like that. I know I remember reading it 2 or 3 times already. If I missed getting it to you, sorry, but there it is. It's just some extra information. That's all it is. So good luck, and I will send something to you next week sometime as well. Stay safe.